Hey guys, what's up? Like my flag? I changed my camera so it'd be in the background now. But the only bad thing is that it probably matches my hair at this point. Oops. This week? Okay, fine, it's gonna be this week. I feel like I haven't made a video in like forever, which is like really sad because I have been really busy with school lately. Yeah, it's been really hectic, and I'm sorry I wasn't here last week. But thank you, Haley, for covering for me. You're awesome. This week's topics are if somebody has outed us, or where we see ourselves in 10 years. I mean, when it comes to people outing me, I think the only kind of situation that I had with that was with my parents. My mom kind of knew, I think. I feel like for a little while she kind of like watched my every move to like see who I was hanging out with and trying to figure out like, you know, who I was interested in at the time. One day I walked in the house and she actually was like, "Hey, so that girl that was outside you were hanging out with, you dating her?" And I was like, because I was dating her. I was like, no. Okay, fine. Yes. I'm kind of glad that it happened when it did because I didn't want to keep hiding it from anybody because I knew it was so obvious to most people. It was so obvious to everybody else. Everybody else kind of knew. I didn't have to tell anybody else. They just kind of figured it out on their own, I guess, that it's from my appearance and maybe how I present myself. The way that my mom kind of came about it, it was just a real surprise and shock that she like literally just came out and asked me that. It was a really bad timing then. I hated it. I hated the fact that she told everybody because I never really got the chance to tell everybody. It's kind of that my mom spread it around. I mean, it sucked, but now looking back at it, I'm glad that, you know, it got it out of the way. While I was in high school, you know, you're stuck with your parents and it sucks sometimes, but I mean, you just have to like suffer. Could not think of the word that I wanted to say. It's just, it sucks. I mean, because you don't want to be controlled at that age. You always want to rebel and do the complete opposite of what your parents say. And it's understandable because I don't think I'd have known a teenager that is not rebelled against their parents and what they said. It happens, but sometimes you just have to live with it and you just have to deal with the consequences, the grounding, the taking away of the car and the friends and the phone and all of that shit. And it sucks, but at that time in your life, maybe you can try and figure out who you are. Maybe it's a good thing that you're stuck in a room and all that your parents are giving you is like a pencil and a piece of paper. Write out how you feel. I mean, I know it's a really confusing time in your life sometimes. If you know, I was like 14, 15, something like that. So I was young and I was scared and I didn't think that I had anybody. So it kind of sucked. But you have those friends that either the first friends that you came out to were people that already understood what was going on. Just bear through it because I swear to God, once you get out of the house and go to college, it's going to be so much better. You're going to be so much more comfortable with yourself if you just give yourself the time when you're that age to really find yourself. Try to find yourself. Figure out who you want to be and what you want to do. I know that most teenagers never really thought that way, but I did. I tried to really figure out who I was in high school, and I know who I was then is completely different from who I am now. And I think that because I realized at such a young age who I was growing to be by rebelling and being that bad kid. I wasn't a bad kid, it was just that I lied a lot to my parents and kind of just left the house whenever I wanted to. Figure yourself out. That's just what I'm going to tell you. And when it comes to seeing myself in 10 years, I know for a fact that I will probably still be doing YouTube. I love YouTube. YouTube has become a huge part of my life and I don't ever want to stop. Hopefully by then I'll have more viewers. Maybe by then I could, you know, be able to go to all of those conventions and meetups and that kind of stuff. I think it would be awesome and fun. I think another one of my like major dreams in life is to be a singer in a band, as cliche as that sounds. I think that I have always admired, it's always a lead singer of bands that I like 30 Seconds to Mars, Jared Leto, you know, Kellen Quinn, Haley Williams, you know, it's just different people from bands that like inspire me the most are always the lead singers. I think it would be amazing to be in a band and be able to sing in front of people who adore the music that you have put out for them. I don't know if that opportunity is ever going to come around, but if it did, I would jump at it so fast, it's not even funny. Singing something that I really love, I don't think I could ever get into doing like a solo artist. It's not, I think I would feel way more comfortable with a band behind me because, you know, that's where it's coming from, and it's just like, yeah, these are my friends and they're my bandmates and we all play amazing musics together. Musics, because I made it plural because we're gonna make a lot of music. And I think it'd be awesome to be, like Lauren said, be like a huge artist, but be, you know, a part of the gay community and also try and like promote, you know, the acceptance of lesbians. Us, all of us, you and me. Me and you. The one that's sitting behind that computer screen watching this. Me and you. We can just high five. Boom. Done did it. Also, acting is something that I've always been interested in as well. I've been in theater before, and acting is a good way to, for me, you know, just not, I don't want to say live vicariously through people, through characters that are, you know, that you're given, but it's kind of like you have to, if you really want to get into character, you kind of have to live vicariously through that character for, you know, a small amount of time, but you still have to do it. I've always been interested in that. I think it's awesome to be able to portray somebody else's through their shoes and be able to do it correctly. You know, maybe I could be doing some of that, but I know that I'll have this camera and I know that I will have my channel, and I hopefully will have you who is sitting behind my camera lens. Hopefully you will still be here with me in 10 years. So that's what I'm hoping. Yeah, I hope you guys had a good week and have a good Friday. Like I said again, sorry I wasn't here last week. I wasn't feeling good and I was busy. It sucks. I will see you guys next Friday, and yeah. Bye guys.